Hello and welcome to Torment, Tides of Numenera. So, we are in the Valley of Dead Heroes and this place is just crazy. Like, people are getting murdered left and right. The Memorialists and Children of the Endless Gate are just rampantly murdering everybody. Those are the ones who are responsible, but I don't know. We need more information. So, Phoenix? The man looks nice enough and seems unassuming at best, and this is the strangest feeling. It's almost as if he doesn't exist. As you try to focus on him, a sense of dread builds in you. You're not afraid, exactly, but you know you aren't safe. You want my name. It's been long since I spoke it. Let's see. How about you call me Fence? No, that's terrible. Hang on. Starts murmuring. Thanks? Once? Phoenix! Yes, that's it. Call me Phoenix. Call me Phoenix. Make up your mind, mate. He steps forward and puts a hand on your shoulder. You have come here. Perhaps you obey the cause of the tombs and give me what I need. I tell you, I need answers. Some gave me a note. It said to come here, and I would find my answers. I would find the truth, but I can't understand this note. His eyes burn literally through. His face seems untouched. What use is power if I cannot understand? What is the purpose of my power if I cannot see? Ask me. I do not know. Does he know? Of course not, but perhaps his questions can lead us both to knowledge. Can I see the note? I might be able to shed some light on it. He slows. Ask me of wisdom, and I may grant it to you.
I'll remember that.
If you can show me that you know, then I will share my knowledge with you. So, let's us talk. You will ask me your questions, and with them, you will share your insights. Ask your questions. He rubs his chin and stares intently at Phoenix. You don't want our answers, do you? I want your wisdom. Tell me about yourself. I have dedicated my name is Phoenix. He says the name as though tasting a new wine. He holds up his hand. For a moment, you can see the light fading through it. I am a seeker. Is that how one would say it? Ah, yes, I am a seeker. It is wisdom. Wisdom I seek. He closes his eyes and starts laughing. All the things I found! His eyes snap open. The structure of the worlds is as you imagine. What you see and feel is nothing more than the varied interactions of fundamental forces that apply rules to subsequent large pieces. Those pieces become what we call matter, or we call meat, or we call reality. He reaches out to touch your shoulder and his hand passes through you and you feel nothing. But reaches out again and this time his touch is cold. It is fire, it is acid and starshine, but you are undamaged. Enlightenment comes from within. He whispers and he begins to cackle. Or does it come from without? Can it be both? Can it come both from with it and without? It can. His eyes gleam. Find answers within. Let another show you the path. Both lead to surprising destination. If you let them. Why don't you remember your name? Names are a construct of consciousness, but is there some fundamental importance to them? Or to consciousness itself? If so, life is life also important if it has no consciousness? How would it know? Not much for small talk, are you? No, consciousness is just a short period in between oblivion. Isn't consciousness necessary to assign importance to other values? Yes, although the importance is what we... Isn't consciousness necessary to assign importance to other values? Let's go with that. He bows his head. A fair counter. From what I've seen, life continues in many places, in many worlds, and consciousness has mediated itself out of existence in some species. I cannot say if it is importance. He smiles. I cannot say, perhaps we might. Are you from this world? He pauses, frowning. It is familiar to me, the lines, the curves, the structures, but it is like a poor sketch of the world I remember. I see its textures, its strokes, and I see the medium on which it is drawn, but I can lift the sketch and see the truth beneath it. I do not know my origins. Can I see the note that brought you here?
I'll remember that.
You have the mind of a seeker, not merely of an explorer. Yes, you may take the note. He passes you a piece of engraved synth. Return if you are able to find my answer. Phoenix's note. What is this about? This ragged synth square is engraved with scrawls and symbols, presumably some kind of writing, but it is mostly unfamiliar to you. Phoenix says the note told him to come to the Valley of Dead Heroes and that he would find the answers he needs. He gave it to you because he has found no answers, but he has not so far. But he has not so far. Okay, fine. He hopes you will find them in his place. Although the engraved symbols are mostly incomprehensible, 4 numbers are written in the truth. 1 on each line of text. 1, 5, 3, and 5. Okay, so if we can use a 4-digit code, we have that. Have you had any trouble from the cultists here? Smiles. Trouble? Not for me. They have come for me many times. They do not leave. The fact that he stands in the middle of the valley, alone and safe, supports his story. Yeah. What? Until some other time. Oh, so we can't... Okay, so we talked enough with him. What about this? I don't even know how to describe it. Looks like an hourglass. A tall wire and metal frame stands on top of a synth base. The base contains dozens of carvings in a foreign script. The frame has been cunningly devised from strange materials, and within it colored lights curl and intersect like smoke, dancing in a wavering helix. The lights occasionally combine to create human figures, which dissolve in a second or two without ever resolving into distinct features. This was the traditional memorial place for our village. The carvings, the contraption. I built it. He laughs a little, a whisper of humor. I don't even know if all these people are dead, but I built it for them anyway. Matkina's gaze snaps to him, locked on him, studying his face, but she says nothing. He made this for them? Will anyone ever memorize us? Probably not. What happened to them? He shakes his head. An accident. Terrible accident. What kind of accident? He gives you a long, slow look. Someone found the device. A frame, really. Or a weapon. Someone activated it and then my people were gone. Someone. Who's that someone? I've been looking for my people ever since, following the trails I could find, trying to find any clues I could find about the frame, who made it, what's it for, but I couldn't dig up anything. I couldn't find the traveler who caused the device to be activated. The problem is that traveler is hard to find, slippery. People know about him, but they don't know where to find him. Maybe we'll have more luck in Mila Vest. Maybe then I'll get some answers. A half smile plays on his lips. I must know a lot about the changing god. I appreciate your help getting there. Come on, we spent enough time here. As Adigan turns away, Matkina catches your sleeve and mutters. So tell me, do you think anyone will mourn our deaths? All around us, ordinary humans. commemorating their dead, marking down the legacy of the fallen, expressions of love and respect. But who will do that for us? She laughs, as if dismissing her sadness. No one. I mean, it's not like we've got anyone to commemorate either. What about the villagers of Khorne? She's quiet for a long moment. I think about them every day. I see their faces, hear their laughter. I remember Nang's words to me, but they are dead now. Their children are scattered. Who would come here to commemorate them? It's just me. Who would maintain a memorial? Just me. When I'm dead, who would even know what the memorial was for? He shrugs. What's the point? Your memorial might spur interest for future generation. They might learn the truth of what happened. I don't like that too much. You could make a focus for your grief. You might be able to heal. It's not about them, it's about you. Let people know that someone cared, that you cared. That's a good point. I kind of like that. I like the fourth one the most, but I'm heavily leaning toward the third one. Like, no point. It's just what people do. I'm not much for cultural thing and rituals and stuff like that. I mean, if I'm dead, just throw me in the dumpster. That's great. That works for me just fine. So, but I suppose you want more of a romantic answer. I mean, I kind of want to take you on a path where you care about people, and I believe just going with that answer, like, that is the truth. I mean, like, people don't make memorials because I don't know why. People make memorials to remember, like, I think human values, achievements, be proud of it, like proud of our ingenuity or our intelligence. Maybe that one guy. I mean, like, usually there's one guy get memorized and like, hey, he did this, he did that, and he was saint. That's not the point. It's not about the truth. I just feel about these memorials, possibly not about the truth, but like, in a way, like celebrating human values, like, I don't know, like desirable human values. It's not about them, it's about you. Let people know that someone cared, that you cared. It doesn't exactly say that, the fourth one, but I suppose we're going with that. But it's close. She shakes her head. No point. Her eyes are thoughtful as she turns away. Come on. Like, she obviously cares about people.
Absolutely.
So what is this, a pool? Bubbles rise from the pool before you, and its barren edges are crusted with white rime. The acrid reek of the water makes your eyes tear up.
I'm ready to learn something new.
The rime and reek around the pool suggest that the water has a dangerously high alkaline content. It would be dangerous to drink or even to touch. Wow, why would I want to examine the pool? Despite the bubbles and deep color, the water is crystal clear and you can see down into the depths of the pool. There's a brassy metallic globe down there, caked with rime, but otherwise whole. Unfortunately, it is far too down to reach without diving in. And you rest in quick fingers, dive into the pool and try to retrieve the object. That's crazy. It's not you gonna do it. 45? 85? That's crazy. Okay. Matkina, I'm really sorry about this. Do it. You dive into the water and your eyes instantly start burning. Your body is aflame, but you kick down, determined, and scramble for the globe. As soon as you safe in your hands, you kick for the surface. You're screaming in pain as you climb from the pool. After agonizing minutes, you are able to pull yourself together enough to examine the globe. When you do, you discover it holds a treasure trove. You gain the Pellucid Wrap and 2 items. Pellucid Wrap, Intellect Pool +1, plus, wow, +1 damage per effort. Necessary attacks. Wow, that's pretty good. What's the next one? Increases the stat pool's might, speed, intellect with the highest max value by 1. Okay. The stat pool with the highest max. Oh, it's only 1. What's that? A permanent one? It's possibly a permanent one. I'm not gonna drink the water. I'm gonna die. I don't want to do that.
To action!
The symbol is painted everywhere, so much so that the air is thick with the coppery scent of blood, both dry and fresh. The glowing liquid seeps out from cracks deep within central hilt. Okay, let's just go into this. And apparently this is gonna take me back to the start. Patch of white light hangs before you. Tear in space like a glare bouncing off a window. Except there is no window. Within the light you see a play of shadows, like those on a wall opposite a door when someone walks out past the side. Except there is no wall. But there might be a door. There is certainly a breeze coming from inside the shimmer, and echoes of sounds you are not hearing around you. If you step through, you might go anywhere, or maybe nowhere. It could be just the trick of the light. Examine the light more closely. The patch of light seems to follow you as you walk around it. It's always facing you. It doesn't look like much, just a trick of the light, but you get the strangest feeling that it's watching you. The way it moves and pulses, it feels alive. Walk into the light. You step into the glare and it envelops you, blinding you, then dissolves you into twinkling motes. Drifting in a spear of light, the light carries you through cold darkness, weightless, bodiless, selfless, toward another patch of glare. Then suddenly, you're someplace else. Oh, there? Light medium upper? Oh, this might be just gold. Oh, never mind that. So this one possibly takes me there. This one takes me here. Okay.
All right.
Oh, what is this? Take it.
Here we go.
There's no point not taking it. Can I just use that cipher? Is this just a permanent effect? Oh, where is this? How do I do this? No, it's not what we want. So it looks like that might be a permanent effect.
One moment, and it's done.
We got... Uh-oh, what is this? Loving alcove. Whoa, really?
I'm ready.
Hey, Tantalum. Hey, friend. Are those... You seek answers, I can tell. You betcha. An old, battered-looking swordman in dull grey armor stands here, whistling tunelessly. His hands hover near the hilt of this well-used sword. Scars wreath his face. What you look for a helmet reveals itself to be a dome of metal grafted to him. He smiles as you approach. How do you do, stranger? I'm Tantalum. You know Tantalum? It's a metal. Sticks to flesh. He wraps his knuckles on the dome. Jurgen said that said they had to cut a chunk of my brain. out too, so I lost my name and my history, and well, I took the name of the stuff that saved me. Scratches. Anyway, I needed to remember myself. It said that the Necropolis can give anyone what they seek. Knowledge, riches, fame, if you search hard enough. And I searched, and I found. No, I'm here to help others find their answers. You look like you're searching for answers too. There are hundreds, thousands of tombs in the Necropolis. Legend says if you read all of them, learn from them, then you'll find the answers you seek. Gives you a warm smile. I promise, it will be worth your while. You certainly find some answers, friend, even if they are not what you seek. That sounds good, too good to be true. I thought so too, but I'll tell you, it changed my life. I mean, even beyond the stuff I found down there. Speaking of which, if you find anything you want to trade, let me know. Oh, that's nice. I'm looking for a specific tomb. Friend, I don't really keep track of most of the tombs. Like I may have said before, my memory isn't what it used to be. But let me guarantee you this. You explore these tombs, you're bound to find what you need. What is this tantalum metal anyway? It's one of the only metals that adheres to living flesh. Rare people like me, maybe only me, can turn that property on and off with the power of a thought. It's why I got this built-in helmet now. And it lets me control my blades. Matkina eyes the man speculatively. This metal, do you know where I can get some? No idea! He responds cheerfully. He turns back to you. My sword, for instance. He slaps the hilt, and you see that he wears no belt to anchor the blade. His knives are likewise anchored directly to his flesh. If I want the sword, I need but think on it. It's in my hands. Likewise for the knives, and then this is the part I like. When I've buried them in an enemy, the blades are stuck there till I say it's time for them to go. Good thing this metal is bonded to respond only to me. If someone else could control it, why, I don't know what I would do. He clamps his hands over the dome, protecting his brain. Honestly, I'd be running away, holding this on. Can always find more swords, but I've only got one brain, at least as far as I can tell. Smile is a little harder. Some folks have tried to take the stuff from me to make it work for themselves. That didn't go well for them. What can you tell me about the area? The whole place, this valley? It's been here for who knows how long. Someone came through and cleaned out all the life from the valley, and they made sure that nothing would ever grow up here again. Based on the bodies, I'm guessing the cultists don't bother you much. He nudges one of the corpses with his foot. I've tried a couple times, once they even came to my tent at night and tried to cut my throat with my own blades. Idiots! My knives are made of tantalum and stuck to my flesh. And the cultists woke me. If they'd used the tools they have brought like normal murderers would, instead of being impressed by mine, I'll be dead now. As you can see, I'm not, and the situation is markedly different for them too. Why are you standing around here? Waiting for any passerby that are seeking truth like I was. I found my answer. I consider it my duty to help others find theirs. Are you just asking me to explore the tombs as a way to stock your your little trading post? Damn. Nailed it, last Costa. If I weren't so good-hearted, I'd be offended. I mean, really, the trade is a benefit, I'll grant, but the real joy is watching travelers find their truths out here. The truth, if only more people realized it sooner. Oh man, we got you. What do you have for trade? Oh, we have a lot of stuff. Micro mesh. Oh, Saint breastplate. What's this? Medium armor, light armor. That's the same thing I have. It's a heavy armor. We can also get some crazy weapons, but we already have some crazy weapons. And we'll check it out later. For now, oh, that's pretty good. Anyway,
I'll handle it.
so we got the Necropolis. Wow, really? Awfully packed around here.
In the shadows.
Oh, we found the alcove. That possibly the alcove we are looking for. And uh-oh, can we just do something with that? What is this? Howden. This dusty ball is whiter than anything you have ever seen. At the merest touch, it swirls with a myriad of colors that shifts to different hues as you move your fingers. Okay.
You've got it.
What about this crystal? Talana Marquette, Usana Merigali, Benovan Russ, Barikal Bruna. Okay. Sure as I find, actions are better. Show me. One moment. We're just gonna snoop under them. Come on. Can I get close? No, I cannot. Damn. Okay, what is this?
Go.
A huge crystal floats in front of you, seemingly unaffected by the wind that washes through the valley. Within, red and blue patterns lazily cycle and twist. The crystal hums softly, almost invitingly. It has been infused with tidal energy. Its columns are emblematic, and you can free the tendrils of force that coil from it, stretching toward some distant, unknown destination. Examine the crystal. The crystal swirls madly, and your mind is pulled back into memory, but not your own. This is a stranger's life. Life of torment, lifelong torment. From his first conscious moment, he has been surrounded by monsters, a sacrifice to the unseen, a hair's thickness from consensus reality. Horrors scrawl and gibber, and he must howl with them or be devoured. When at last he can open a door to the world of sanity to escape this endless pain, he does, and he steps through into an abattoir. Robed and hooded cultists devour the dead, and they revere him for the journey he is undertaken. In their adulation, they strive to follow his path, following in their own shame and agony, an endless burlesque of horror they hope will end in transcendence. He flees from them, from a darker menace inside him, but they follow inescapably. His children.
I'm ready to learn something new.
No matter where he hides, they linger on the other side of the door, awaiting a new revelation, making bloody offerings of themselves. Then one brings a different sort of offering. A dripping charnel sack that spills out a girl, Choi. The man calls her, still alive, just long enough to look at him with pleading eyes before she's gutted. For you, the man says. He flees into a hellscape, into madness, but they follow him everywhere, grinning, bloody, adoring children.
Making a note.
The crystal swirls before you again, and the memory fades. Something clings behind, like rancid grease. The horror of what was done to the girl Choi hangs on you. Your memory now as much as it was the man's. And his own suffering lingers too. The cultists who beset him seem little different from those who now hunt and harrow the valley. Perhaps by unraveling this crystal's tangled skein, you will learn some of their secrets. It's not much to do with that crystal now.
It's a plan.
So, I definitely prefer look past the Cone Village. I definitely prefer just exploring the whole place before we head into anything
Go.
anything specific. So that is exactly what will I do. Walk into the light. Walk into the light alone. Can we just run here?
All right.
The pathfinding fights. Okay. Good enough. Let's go into this.
All right.
I suspect this will return us. Yeah. Yeah. Looks good. There's a tear in space here, like the sliver of light on the plateau in the middle of the valley. Here, a sliver of darkness hangs before you, like the entrance of a cave, except there is no cave. Within the darkness you see a glow, the glow of stars, and a cool night breeze wafts past you, carrying the scent of desert flowers and the echoes of sounds you are not hearing around you. If you step through that darkness, you might go anywhere, or maybe nowhere. It could be nothing but shadow. Examine the darkness more closely. The cool air that sighs through it seems to follow you. The shadow does not change, no matter your present perspective. You have a discomfiting feeling that your attention, when it has drawn its attention to you, that it is somehow examining, analyzing, and assessing you. Walk into the darkness. You step into the darkness and it envelops you, and dissolves you into twinkling motes, drifting in a sphere of light. The light carries you through a black void, weightless, bodiless, selfless, toward another patch of the starry sky, and suddenly you're someplace else. Persea? Damn! I know you! Hey! I found your lover boy. You recognize this woman from the description that Omadon gave you in Saga's Cliffs. This is Persea, Omadon's lost love. She certainly doesn't appear as confused as Omadon made her sound. Instead, she's studying the Necropolis with frustrated expression. Persea, isn't it? A man named Omadon was looking for you. I'm convinced him to give it up. You what? She says, whirling around. Her eyes are wide, pale circles. And you're certain he hasn't followed you, anyway? He studies your face and relaxes. Thank you. You have no idea how much you've helped me. That idiot was convinced I needed help. It is so hard to just believe someone's words. She turns back to the Necropolis. Damnable cultists, she mutters. I need to get back inside, but I can't risk it. He catches your eye. Never mind, none of this is your concern. You've done more than enough. Why do you... Okay, I can do it for you. Mutters. Oh, damn it.
Plan.
I can do it for you. I'm just about planning to clear out that place. It looks like somebody meant to add this platform once. That project has since been abandoned.
Of course.
A large upside-down pyramid floats before you, lit from below by a soft white light. It's made of weathered stone, but you can see lights and hear a faint buzzing through the cracks in its crumbling facade. Examine the pyramid. You study it from every side. There is no inscription to explain why it was erected or by whom, nor is there any obvious way to interact with it. You do not notice that the light from inside the cracks seems to follow your hand as you slide it across, so perhaps it is reacting to you after all. That's mystical. I'm good at that. Try to figure out how the pyramid works. I'm good at this. 95? It's gotta be good enough. You slide your hands across the pyramid, following not the cracks but the symbols and etchings on its surface. After a great deal of experimentation and not a small amount of luck, you discover a specific pattern which causes the light to grow in intensity. As it does so, a soft warmth envelops you, refreshing your body and mind. As you feel better, however, the pyramid seems to grow more dim. You stop, not wanting to waste the pyramid's obvious healing power just yet. It should be safe for a time that you really need it. Activate the pyramid full healing powers. Just kidding. So this is kind of a way to maybe heal up.
At last.
Persea, you're welcome. I was just concerned that maybe
I am the very soul of
I'm doing the wrong thing, because it could be the case. He could be right. But when we talked with him, it was pretty sure that we were doing the right thing. Better call Bruma. This androgynous woman projects an air of fearsome will. Her muscles are thin and wiry, and her body screams of sharp edges. She seems like a human stiletto. Her head is shaved, and she bears the tattoo of a cast-off on her scalp. I haven't seen you before, he says. I'm Barikel Bruna. She starts scanning the cliffside. How long you've been awake since he moved out? Of your body, I mean. It's got that innocent idiot look. Changing God already left him. Damn. Screw you. He's not joining Pi. Very cool. Not if I have anything to do with it. Not particularly interested in recruiting anyone, Matkina. Not my mission, she faces Matkina. You still mad about Coln? Still carrying the grudge? She looks at you and jerks her thumb at Matkina. All the people she fought so hard to save, they are all dead. Natural causes. She shrugs. But you don't carry a grudge for natural causes. I'm starting to remember why I left Miela Vest. Starting to remember why we encouraged you to leave. She turns back to you. Anyway, I was on my way to Miela Vest with a message for Pi, reckon. But the portals are blocked. The cowards heard someone say the sorrow's hunting again, so they locked the doors behind themselves. Pi will get her message later. I need to return to the endless battle. Tell me more about Pi Reckon. She flashes a quick look of surprise. Oh right, you're new. Pi is a commander of the 1st Militia. Took up the mantle, keeping our cursed Sire's forces contained. Smart woman though. Why would you fight the changing god? He's going to kill us all if he gets the chance. He wants to erase us. Thinks that's the way to stop the sorrow. We're not his children to him, more like broken clones, byproducts. He'd never sacrifice himself, but that's because he's the only real person in his world. I thought the first was dead. She is. Pi kept the name in the first honor. She doesn't care for the glory. Besides, our creator's carked. Fighting him is the best bet. Using the first name reminds everyone why we fight. What's the message you have for her? Maybe I could deliver it. Endless battle, intelligence, not for you. Let's talk about something else. Fine, but make it quick, will you? I need to get out of here. Tell me about the endless battle. Is it really endless? Why keep fighting? Makes us stronger, faster, deadlier, more of what we are. Strips away the dross of life and makes experience shine. Peacetime life is dull and worthless. Like watching life go past through a whale. War clarifies life, makes us better. Endless is a good thing, if you keep that in mind. What can you tell me about Miela Vest? She stares at you flatly for a moment. You feel a tickling at the back of your mind. And she shrugs. See for yourself if you can get in. They locked themselves away. Think they are going to find answers while they are tucked away from the world. She shrugs. Place has its uses, true, but it's mostly a bolt hole from the world. Death comes for us all. Miela Vest is just a place to prolong the waiting. How are you going to get back to the endless battle? She points. I was looking at the past, the Coln village, but it collapsed. Doesn't seem to be any way over these mountains either. No matter, I'll find a different way. You're awfully eager to go back to fighting. She glances at your sidelong and sneers. Sooner rather than later, I think. What's cowardly about keeping the sorrow out of Mila West. Hasn't found them there for hundreds of years, but now they say it's time to close the doors. Like it's going to traipse in. Been telling them that if the sorrow tries hard enough, it'll get in. Can't stop that kind of power. On that we agree. Mila West is a false hope. She nods at your sister. Always very smart about that. Pity you are not reasonable on the rest. I'll be seeing you. Can I just, No. No, you won't. I'm done looking for a way over these, twice damn mountains. Gotta find a different way out of the valley. Been real good talking to you with you, though. Wait, you're leaving? Let me ask more questions first. Her eyes reflect barely contain his expiration. Tell me about... No, never mind that. Fine, farewell. Good. With that, she strides off. I'm off. See you later. Okay, what is this? Crisp, pungent water issues from an inhuman head. There's nothing further up the slope to indicate where... What? Where the water is coming from. Well, I wouldn't really... Looks...
Like a whistle.
I don't know. I would be hesitant to call it water. Let's just say that. A recent landslide has closed up what once was once a pass out of the valley.
Action!
What is this?
Here I come!
These packs are lived out of, but appear ready to leave at a moment's notice. They smell faintly of herbs and ozone.
Done.
Hey guys! What are you doing here? Perhaps we should take a break.
Let's go.
Because this is a good time. Anyway, hope you guys had fun. Tell me if you did. See you around. And have a good one.